Hey guys, welcome back. This is the top of a hutch. There's no bottom for it. We're gonna fix that. One sheet of plywood, and those 1x4s. That's it. That's better. Now in the sketch, I put 32 3/4, and that was really dumb because 32 3/4 does not divide evenly into 96. But 32 does, so I'm gonna make it 32, and we're all gonna be right and dandy. There. I said 12 3/4, okay? We've got 12 3/4 from the outside edge. So if I had cut that at 12 3/4 and then put my face around on top of that, it would have been 3/4 of an inch too big. This is a rabbited joint. It's a very nice joint. I like it, but I'm not going to do that because I don't need to. So really, I want 3/4 of an inch less than that. But when I actually measure it, it's more like 12 13/16. So we're going to do 12 13/16. No, 12 1/16. That's what we're going to cut it at. And then we're going to do a 22 1/2. Well, actually, we're going to cut it at 22 1/2 at 12 1/16. See right there. Yes, this is the job site table saw. And it is not the only table saw we have, actually. We have a Southmouth over there that could be a table saw, and we have one in the basement. This one is right here, and it's the easiest to use, and it's in table saw form, not like Southmouth, which is in lathe form right now. So, it's accurate enough. I mean, it works great. So, I'm not really going to complain about it. 22 1/2. Do I have any way to check that? I do actually, because this miter saw makes very accurate cuts. I can cut 22 1/2 with this, and I can check it on the table saw. That looks really good. That was like a dream. Wow. That was one of the smoothest cuts I've ever done. In the sketch, this piece is 4 1/8. Yep, 4 1/8. All right. Middle, 2 sides, and then 2 pieces from the front. Now we need more pieces. Pieces here are supposed to be 15/16. And it is 15/16. Yes. Yeah, we'll cut it to 22 1/2 and make it exciting. It's a little bit darker, but it's almost not noticeable. Okay, cool. This one is 18 3/8 in the sketch. We'll see how close that is in real life. A little bit over. Now here's something I didn't really think about before, but this is offset maybe 1/8 inch through 1/16, 1/8 inch average from the edge of this front piece, which I made the exact same dimension, but I wasn't going to set it back originally, but if I don't, my dimensions won't work out right. So I'm going to set mine back too, and it really makes sense because if your corner you're putting into isn't perfectly square, if maybe it's a little bit acute, then, or a little bit obtuse actually, you can still, this will still fit in there and the front will touch the wall or get as close as possible without the back hitting. So it really makes a lot of sense to do it. The reason I was looking at that is because I want to make this piece, but it has to be very, very, very accurate dimensions for that to work. I can get the dimensions off of everything that I have. So I can make this piece to fit my pieces so I know it'll be right. This is probably the worst way I could think of to do this. Original here, it's got these little slots with a strip of wood down it, all the way down the joints. I wasn't going to do those originally, but they really make a lot of sense. And if I could get a jig set up, it'd be pretty easy to do. Now for the strips, I have this piece of oak that is very thin and long. I can get 4 of them out of it, but it's way too thick right now, and my planer doesn't go that thin. I can make it go that thin, but it's a little bit risky and it never seems to work quite right. Broke it. Ooh. Okay. It's too thick. Nice. Countersink. All right. First we'll look at the original here. The original has 1/4 inch roundovers, inset on both sides. That's a fun one. We have a 1/4 inch roundover, but it has a roller bearing on it. It's come with a little unopened Allen key here. I'm pretty sure you can just take these off. No, that's the other way. Look at that, just like that. Put the screw back in. Fences. screw, and screw, and screw, and screw, and screw, and screw, and screw. See if we can do some funny business. A smaller bearing like that one. Put it on there. We'll have our little step. I think it'll work. You notice that right now I have pieces, nothing to go in between the pieces. There's no actual doors. I have one idea. 1/4" plywood. Here we go. Oh, that's pretty cool right there. How do I attach this? I'm no good at dowels. Maybe I could do a dowel. Here. Good. Put it on there. This. Down we go. Down. I said down. Okay. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. What is it? Oh, that's my dowels, yeah. Ah, I should have thought about that. That's kind of cool, actually. Okay. Got a small gap. One door down. None to go. Now for the moment of truth, we'll see if it fits in here. Okay. Or better. There we go, now we fit. I'm gonna cut some very thin strips out of this and use this for veneers on the front of our 3 shelves. I'm procrastinating. I don't want to do these shelves. They just don't fit right. Because I wrote on the wrong side. And I got these all fitted up and they look terrible. I think this cabinet's so uneven, I really can't do better. I'm gonna have to glue these on. Alright, those are all done, and check this out. Look at that. It's a beauty. It's my trim bit. actually drilled for these things before, so I don't know how accurate they really need to be. Now I'm going to drill holes in a stick, probably this one. Drill a hole in this every, I think, in 2 inches. Make this nice and accurate. We had a little bit of trouble trying to find this thing. We had to get it matched eventually because we couldn't find one that matched it perfectly off the shelf. So I drilled all these holes for the shelves. Now I gotta take all these pins out. Now I'm gonna take this little chamfer bit and just run it in these holes just a little bit, just to take off some of those fuzzies. Mix. Alright, color's gonna be interesting. Let's see what this looks like. I'm gonna get the top of this trim. On this first. The corners are the worst. Not gonna see this, most of it. That's not the same color. It's hard to say if when it's clear coated it'll look better, because it might just be perfect when it's clear coated, but I kind of doubt it. Maybe it's close enough, but it's not going to be identical, that's for sure. We're going to do it again. I'm not going to change the color, but it may get better. I think it's going to go on thicker. That's what I think. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, see that? Look at that. That looks way closer right there. Okay, that looks nice. So it looks terrible. This color is not that color, even though we got it matched to, actually, this piece of trim. It looked great on the paint stick. That's not the right color. So, we're gonna go an entirely different route. We're gonna stain it dark. Dark, dark. Got a little dusty in there again. I'm gonna start with the shelves, because I still don't trust it. We'll go for it. That's kind of a nice color. That's a lot better than purple. This looks way better. Like, way better. It lost all of the vintage vibe, definitely, but it looks a lot better. Okay, it dried. It looks really good. It looks like even. It's actually shiny. Now we're gonna clear coat it and put it together and it'll be done. This has been like 2 weeks, something like that. We're working on this. Not continuously, but still. That's a long time. Now we can start. the customer doesn't hate it. I don't hate it. I think it looks good. This has been sitting here for a while now. See if it's right. That looks really good. It's really coming down out there. We're gonna go 2 inches in for the hinges. Go something like that. Look at that. Well, if they don't like this cabinet, it'd look really nice in my room. Take up more space than I thought they would. I have to get smaller hinges, don't I? Yeah, I do. I'm back again. It's only been another week, I think. We're gonna do some tiny bit. I need to talk louder, you can't hear me. Holes right there from the last hinges. Oh man. I'm not going to be able to give this cabinet away. Insanely tight. There we go. Okay. After everything that went wrong, it still works. So overall, this was a disaster. After the staining, everything went downhill. The beginning was great, everything went really well, super accurate, really happy with it, and then I stained it the first time and it looked terrible. I stained it the second time, it looked worse. I stained it the third time and it's obviously not the right color, though we knew that. So anyway, thanks for watching. Maybe my next project will go better. This is the end. Goodbye.